Match 2, guys. We got seed 6, which is Wax, going against my pick, Gza. Gold. Wax is first. Chunky seed or Chunky. Let's do it.
Rambling man, pocket aces in the gambling hand, putting words together hand in hand like an ampersand. The repetition of the talent makes a man. Uses evidence, the guy who painted all them Campbell's cans. Make you memorize instinctively, it's random fam. Like, whoa, Black Betty, and you say, I stay hungry like the wolf in that Duran Duran song and dance along like I got the hammer pants on. Hey, if you haven't noticed, I'm the coldest. Smoke freely as if Calvin Brodus was the POTUS. Shut your club down a la John Lovitz. Make the board turn up a la Pop Shovitz. Event sponsor should be Toy Machine, the boys mean. Destroy your dream and turn your team into Soylent Green. I'll give you something to talk about, go to a short pier and take a long walk about. You ain't heard shit like my sound yet. In fact, it's more rare than a dry towelette with the numbing effect of a cortisone shot and that feeling of freedom that made the cordless phone hot. Never par for the course, more like a seminar. Clever bar, tour de force, heavier rotation than the pedals at the Tour de France. Type of married charmer that rarely garners a poor response. I'm like a dairy farmer when it comes to cheese collection, and I'm like Gary Carter when it comes to beat selection. Catch heaters or hit the upper deck bleachers. My offense and defense are my best features. Never fear, I'm here with the Everclear. Let's all together cheer in the better spirit of yesteryear. I rap like your drunk uncle behaves and say fuck it, I'm going in like spelunkers to caves. Abstract in the fashion of Jackson Pollock, unexact like the amount of cream in a dollop. I can tell I spit the type of rap that irks you, makes you uncomfortable like a Catholic church pew. I should ball in F. Carnegie Hall, clogged like cholesterol on your artery wall, but I half-heartedly stall. Cats get lazy, other times cats get batshit crazy, and I haven't felt this good since my last bender, when I was singing happily like a rapping Glee cast member. If you know who Kenny Powers is, you know that fundamentals are the crutches of the talentless. Dingbats ain't getting nothing out of this. I can't even imagine how difficult your challenge is. You trying to catch breaks like cameras in jails, but can't do it due to amateur fails. And it'll only take 1 bar to bury him. 2 bars are the beginning of barbarian. 3 bars in Vegas and I'm winning it all. 4 bars of heavy drinking's a legitimate crawl. 5 bars, psych. Let's just say this, fam. I've created more bars than the makers of Alprazolam. It's mind-boggling. Bitter pill you're swallowing. You and your following are taking L's like Chicagoans. Don't cross me hoping that the memory passes. I remember people's asses like the Tempur-Pedic mattress. Any further questions? Getting blown off. I'll be in my backyard drinking with my phone off. Chunk. Chunk.
That was chunky.
Chunk.
That was very chunky.
Chunky. I'm chunky. Not only is it funky, my shit is chunky. Not just funky, my shit is chunky. La dope da dope, la dope da da, la dope, oblique, la da. Squash, squash, squeeze. Medulla God, my shit is chunky.
The beat was goofy. The bars were kind of goofy. You know, it's a goofy, fun, happy, lyrical fitness, fun track. Like, that's fun to listen to with anybody. I could listen to that with my mom, and we'd probably have fun over a couple drinks listening to Wax. Like, Wax is user friendly, bro. Like, he appeals to everybody because he's just so good, and he's funny. He's an entertainer. He's not just trying to be some badass rapper. You know, he's having fun with it. And that's infectious. That gets me smiling. I love it. It makes me feel good. I love Wax. I don't know if he's got a chance against Gza. I hope he doesn't, because Gza is my pick. Like, God bless Wax, but Jesus Christ, I hope you lose, motherfucker. I always lose my own show, for God's sakes. But no, I like Wax. That's funny, dude. It's like classic Wax. Is Wax doing what he does, man, and entertaining people for a good 3.5 minutes. I'm going to give that a 9.2. But I think he's got his hands full with Gza. Ignacio, what are you saying?
Oh man, no, I think that plays more into the talent of of Wax, the talent level that he possesses, that beat itself. For somebody to take a beat like that, which some might classify as goofy, some might, you know, have other thoughts on it, but
I have some thoughts.
I actually didn't mind. I didn't mind the beat at all. Actually, it had a cool little bop to it. It was a part of the performance. I mean, you know, Wax jumped on and did what Wax does, and I think he was still. For me, I think Wax's charm is his delivery. He has mastered the pockets that he finds on the beats and the way the wordplay that he uses to get through the pockets is what shines. That being said, this is a 9 for me because I really appreciate this one. This was dope.
Solid 9. Chuck, what are you saying?
If I never heard either the first or second beat in there again, I'd be happy. They were it was. I think whatever. Now, granted, he did his thing and he did his thing really well. I'll give him that. But those really, really short beats where, you know, you've got like, you know, just they loop on such a short sample. It grinds on me. And if he didn't change it up halfway through, then my brain would have exploded. I couldn't. It was like that killed it for me. You know, now he did his thing. He did his thing well. The beat was like, the beat killed me. I get what he was doing with it, but that was a big negative. You know, now, he wasn't really saying anything, but that's kind of, you know, that's what it was. You know, it was just kind of, lyrical fitness, just bouncing around with it and having fun with it. And it was a fun track, I'll give it that. But man, God, that beat grinded on my ears. I'm gonna.
That seems like a 7 for Chuck.
I'm gonna give it an 8 because of how well he did his thing on it.
Right.
You know, normally I'd probably give it less, but God, I would not want to hear it again.
Lady Poetic, what are you saying? We're being honest, everybody. That's what the show's about.
I'm not so familiar with Wax. I haven't heard a lot before, but for me, everything he did with this overcame anything about the beat that I didn't like. You know, I thought that it was just a really interesting flow and delivery, and really, I mean, the wordplay on this was like a work of art. I mean, the references were they range from nostalgic to, you know,
Kenny Powers.
Yeah, Black Betty, just everything.
Yeah,
you know, I really enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun for me. I'm going to give it a 9.2.
9.2, Presto.
Yeah, so I had to.
You got the awareness.
Got the Wax t-shirt.
So this is actually a collaboration with a bass player named Mono Neon. He's a really, really interesting bass player, like gospel, funk. He's done some stuff with George Clinton and stuff like that.
Wow.
But, so that's why it's kind of like interesting bass wise. The references to me get me. The 80s references in the beginning, like Stay Hungry Like the Wolf in that Duran Duran song and Dance.
Duran Duran, Hungry Like the Wolf.
Song. It's a 10 for me. I can't. It's 10.
Hungry Like the Wolf. 10 out of 10. 89% say yes, that is going on the playlist. Let's listen to my track. By the way, I got my Wilkshake music page, so I can vote. I'm voting on this shit, bros. I'm no longer not voting. I'm making time to vote. This is my pick now, everybody. Bow down. This is gonna be the best track in the championship of the whole tournament. This is Gza from Wu-Tang, The Genius. Words from The Genius. Love that album. Let's get to it.
Them are bold words coming from a show with Black Thought in it.
Right.
Anybody can caught flinging. Over here, I'm returning them. That's my word, they get me blasted. Anything from 220 to 140, that's mine. Y'all niggas step the fuck off. Y'all niggas ain't crazy for real. Yo, the things ain't coming fast enough. There is no cut that's pure enough. I can't fold, I need gold, I re-up and reload. Product must be sold to you. I'm deep down in the back streets, in the heart of Medina, about to set off something more deep than a misdemeanor. Under the subway, waiting for the train to make noise, so I can blast a nigga in his voice from what pushed up on the block and make the dope sales drop like the crash in the Dow Jones stock. I had to connect across seals to catch more mills than whole bitches got birth control pills. I'm in the park, setting up a deal over blunt fire. Bum nigga sleeping on the bench, they had him wired. Peep my convo, the address of my condo, and how I changed a nigga named the John Doe. And while he set up camp, he got damped with the stake through his heart. I ripped his fucking fangs apart. Snake got smoked on the set like Brandon Lee, blown out the frame like Pan Am Flight 103. He got swung on, his lungs was torn. The kingpin just castled with his rook and lost the pawn. A regular on the block, the plate look out, proclaim predator with a Glock. You should have took out. No neighborhood is rough enough. There is no clip that's full enough. I can't fold, I need gold. I re-up and reload. Product must be sold to you. Yeah. Things ain't coming fast enough. There is no cut that's pure enough. I can't fold, I need gold. I re-up and reload. Product must be sold to you. It's mandatory that I supply all my troops with mega firearms, big apes, and spread them out like crops on the farm to get cream. Sometimes they will paint the same, like the last episode on Gates and Ever. Niggas plant bombs till the smoke from the blast becomes thick, then flows through. All they knew, he's gun sick. His Glock clicks like high heel shoes on parquet floors, mad sick. Stand on hills and invade wars, filthy foul. Shoveling dirt, he's out to hurt. For instance, he chop off hands to tap work. His idols will lock down airports and extort some import, catching 10% of what the fiends snort. I've been to ski resorts and been hills and moved keys and had the skis making drops on snowmobiles. The plan was to expand, catch 7 figures, release triggers, and live large and bigger than my nigga who promised his mom's a mansion with mad room. She died and he still put 100 grand in the tomb, open wounds. He hid behind closed doors and still organizes crime and drug wars. Things ain't coming fast enough. There is no cut that's pure enough. I can't fold, I need gold. I re-up, I reload. Product must be sold to you. No neighborhood is rough enough. There is no clips that's full enough. I can't fold, I need gold. I re-up and reload. Product must be sold to you. There's no cuts that's tight enough. There is no niggas that's fuck with us. I can't fold, I need gold. I re-up and reload. Product must be sold to you.
Gotta get that gold. While I think he could have rode out the beat a little longer, even with the chorus maybe a couple more times, I mean, still, though, storytelling is an 11. Like, this track, this is a perfect hip-hop track. The beat is solid. I felt like I was in the park watching it go down. You know, like, I felt like I was right fucking there. That is visual, vivid storytelling. That's incredible. It is my track, so I'm biased. It's obviously a perfect 10. I mean, Gza's the fucking man. That is a perfect hip-hop track in every way. I can't find anything wrong with it. I'm going to give that a perfect 10. Ignacio, what are you saying?
I am saying that, yeah, that was dope. Obviously, it's a classic track. Something that if you're a hip hop
and mixed
head,
in the same era as The Pillage by Capadonna that we heard earlier today. The vocal present, clear. You can hear every word perfectly. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm excited.
You're really trying to make sure that you hype up Gza right now.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro.
Okay, so again, yeah, classic track. I mean, if you're a hip hop head, you know you've heard this track forever. It's probably stayed in your rotation forever.
20 years.
You know what I'm saying? I think for me it was interesting to see the development of some of like where Gza was what Gza was doing and how like bar heavy he was, and the wordplay that kind of emceeing has developed into what we heard from Wax, right? So there was a lot more straightforward, just bar heavy, like just straightforward bars coming from Gza, where Wax was jumping in and out of
floating all over the
you know different ways, right? So I think they both do what they do masterfully. I think this is still a 9, but I don't know if it's still the nostalgic of. I know Gza is good, but it's still the nostalgic of it's just a classic track or what, you know? I don't know, but I'm gonna give it a 9.
Solid 9. Chuck, what are you saying?
I thought this was excellent. So what really stood out to me was that nearly every single bar that was delivered didn't stand on its own, and I don't even mean in the sense of like being part of the broader story, and that each one connected to the previous one, and it was there was kind of an evolution within the bars. There was always a reference to the previous one, and in some way or another, in almost all of them. And so it really did weave kind of it really did kind of weave the lyrics together continuously, and not just in the story, but in the way the bars were actually connected in concept from one to the other. And that was really, really impressive. Like very few of them were just a thing said by itself. And that was really impressive.
It was all connected. It was all connected.
Yeah. And that was really cool. Just kind of everyone kind of connecting to the previous one. So, and yeah, like, all the other aspects of it were great, but that was what stood out to me very specifically. I thought was really, really cool. So that's going to be a 9.2 for me.
9.2 from Chuck. Lady Poetic, what are you saying?
Yeah, the construction of it was very polished. It was gritty. It was hymnal. This ticks all the boxes. I'm going to give it a 9.5.
9.5. Presto.
Yeah. Was this on Liquid Swords?
Yep.
So I probably heard this song back in the day. I really don't remember it. It sounded new to me, I really, really liked the feel of the track, the feel of the beat, and then like just his bars on top of it. It just kind of all fit really, really nice together. Give you that feeling, like a little bit of an uneasy feeling. All that being said, I think that there are a couple Gza tracks that I like more. I'm gonna still give it a 9.25.
9.25. Get voting every now. Right now, the vote is live. Never heard this beat. This is lyrical fitness as we get spiritually drifted, energizing and gifted like it's a day before Christmas. I've been feeling so restless like there's no more contestants. Won every game that I've played, paid off for my investments. What else can be done when you've already won? Keep writing and spitting cause the war is never done. Last night I listened to Pun that inspired me to rip. Work on getting some tips about the way that I spit. If you can't reach out, then you're running on fumes. Sprinting through time while blaring the same tunes. No matter which way you turn, it seems that you're doomed. Take this big bowl of soup and you can borrow this spoon. Wake up and fucking work. Dream of succeeding. Will your way to the top with your open heart bleeding. Stay calm when you lose because it's one step back and 2 steps forward just to keep it on track. Wilkshake. 67% say Wax. I am done.
Wow.
I lose.
Crowd, respectfully, I disagree, but the crowd has spoken. So
The crowd has spoken.
My guy is out already.
But it is what it is.
Out already. I can't.
Wow. I'm not
that-
gonna like.
props
I
to
know
Wax.
Wax is dope, but I did not see that coming.
Dude, 12 votes. That's pretty
Was it 12? Was that what it was?
Yeah, 12
Yeah.
votes. 91%. 91%.
No, it was
said yes.
9. Well, 9 votes on the Wax for Gza.
The vote that I just said 12 votes.
12 votes was do you want it on or not? 9 was Wax or Gza.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, anyway, so Wax still won.
I'm tracking them all. So
I think it takes a couple seconds to show up on my chat. Anyway, Let's get into match 3, everybody.